Hi, today is Monday, December 23rd, 2024. So tomorrow is the 24th, and I will be traveling to Seoul to pick up my sister-in-law. Until that time, I would be much busy with the study on electrical engineering and so on. Uh, but yesterday I came across I was looking for the word crest. I know the word many, many times, long, long time ago, but somehow it didn't register with my brain. So today I'm going to learn more about deeply uh, the crest. I was confused about symbols, emblems, crests, heraldic signs, and code of arms and so on. But today we will be focusing on the crest. There, you might ask me why I am trying to read an article and post it on YouTube. Well, I am pure Korean. I work for Korea Telecom KT, the number one carrier in Korea. But I like English. I like my job. Uh, but I still wants to have an overseas assignment. Overseas assignments require foreign language competency, and that's why I my English is perfect and my Chinese is at HSK 4 level. Of course, I speak Korean. And also, as a foreigner, you need to constantly practice English by reading it aloud many, many times, as much as you can. So that's why I am here. If you don't practice English by reading aloud, your voice becomes rustic. Your, I mean, rusty, and your English becomes brittle, right? So you constantly needs to practice English by reading it aloud, by reading a lot of materials, having conversation with foreigners, and also watching a lot of uh, stuff on Facebook or TikToks. It goes the same. It goes the same with Chinese or any other foreign language, uh, and also it's a fun uh, to to learn English, to learn a foreign language. You can carry that habit uh, or hobby into your deathbed, right? It's quite fun, and you become smarter each day. So let's become smarter by reading this article and you know learn more about medieval coat of arms and crest. They all look good, right? They all look scary, right? They use a lot of animals, right? Animals or people with strange faces, unveiling medieval crests, symbols of nobility. Medieval Times by Liuba. Let's see if we have. Okay, so we have a link to her biography. The Middle Ages, a period of knights, castles, and grandeur, gave birth to a symbol system that remains an object of fascination today. The medieval crests. These emblematic devices were not mere decorative elements on shields or banners. They served as a profound symbols of noble lineage, valor, and authority. Every element of a crest, from the patterns to the colors, revealed a story about its bearer, creating an intriguing visual language that transcended the boundaries of the written word. In this comprehensive exploration, we will unravel the mystery behind these powerful insignias, their evolution, and their enduring influence on heraldic practices today. Right, very good. Valor, 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 valor. Why medieval crests hold a special place in history? Medieval crests serve as a remarkable testament to the complex societal structures and customs of the Middle Ages, intricately woven into the fabric of the period. They continue to fascinate historians, artists, and enthusiasts alike, serving as an enduring link to our past. Enthusiasts alike, serving as an enduring link to our past. That's good term, right? Serving enduring link, serving as an enduring link to our past. The origins of medieval crests or Crest's origins can be traced back to the Norman conquest of England in the 11th century, coinciding with the emergence of the feudal system. Originally, these were simply simple designs marked on the shields and the sword coats of knights, enabling identification in battle and tournaments. However, as a heraldry, the practice of designing, displaying, and recording coats of arms and heraldic badges developed. These signs became more elaborate and reflecting the noble lineage, alliances, and deeds of their bearers. So obviously, those heraldic signs, right, coat of arms and crest, they share the same lineage. Share the same background of existence. They came from the same coat of arms. Evolution from heraldic shields, heraldry. As heraldic practices evolved, the designs marked on shields gradually developed into more intricate and individualized heraldic devices known as crests. Crests were traditionally displayed atop the helmet in a coat of arms, becoming a central element in heraldic achievements. While initially crests served as a practical purpose, identifying knights on the battlefield, they transformed into complex symbols of nobility and honor, often inherited and modified over generations. This transformation from practical heraldic shields to symbolic medieval crests marked a significant point in the evolution of heraldry. Exploring the, exploring the transition from shields to crests. The shift from simple shield markings to elaborate crests was a gradual one, reflecting the complex dynamics and cultural changes of the medieval period. This transition was influenced by various factors, including the feudal system's social stratification, religious symbolism, and the desire for unique identity among nobility. Influence of feudal system on caste development. Feudal system, a hierarchical social structure prevalent in medieval Europe, played a pivotal role in caste development, as lords granted lands to their vassals in return for military service. The need for identification symbols paramount, became paramount, right? Became urgent and number one concern, paramount. These symbols, initially simple markings on shields, eventually morphed into elaborate crests. The design of these crests often indicated the rank and status of the bearer, within the feudal structure. For instance, sovereigns and high-ranking nobles could incorporate crowns or coronets into their crest, signifying their authority. So crests have authority or hierarchical status in it, right? Crest. Crowns, coronets. What is coronets? I will look it up later, right? Coronets. The elements of medieval crests, coronets, right? Coronet, coronation. We know coronation, right? The king, queen. A small or relatively simple crown, especially as worn by lesser royalty or peeresses. Coronet, coronet, hmm.
Coronet.
Coronet, coronet,
Coronet.
coronet, 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 coronet. A small piece is not elaborate one. Coronet, small crowns, right? Crown and coronet, coronet. Oh, coronet. The corona, right? Coronet. Yeah, they share the same etymology. Coronet. Got it. Elements of medieval crests. A typical medieval crest comprises several elements. Comprises, not compromise, comprises several elements. Each comprises. A typical medieval crest is composed of, right? It consists of or comprises several elements, each contributing to its overall meaning. Comprises. The central motif is the charge, a figure or symbol occupying the field or a background. Charges were incredibly diverse, ranging from animals and mythical beasts representing qualities like bravery or wisdom to intimate objects like stars, inanimate, sorry, not intimate. I have a bad eyesight now these days. Inanimate objects like stars, crescents, or castles, often bearing religious or symbolic connotations. Above the shield was the helmet, its style and orientation indicating the bearer's rank, with a mantling or cloak representing protection. Atop the helmet sat the actual crest, often a repetition or variation of the main charge or different symbol altogether. Lastly, the motto, typically written on a scroll beneath the shield, encapsulated the family's ethos or ambitions in a few words. It is these various elements, each with its unique significance, that contribute to the rich tapestry of medieval crests, right? Tapestry, tapes, right? A lot of cloth on your table, on the ceiling. When you throw a party, you decorate your room with a lot of tablecloths, banners, placards, and some textiles hanging from the walls or ceilings. They are all called tapestry. Tapes, right? Tape, taping, tapestry, 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 tapestry. So on the shield, there's shield, physical shield, the all metallic, and at the bottom is the model. Then there's a charge, and on top of the charge there's uh, a helmet, and atop the helmet there is a real crest. But crest can be a repetition, right? Repetition, tapestry, tapestry, crescents, castles, shields. The foundation of a crest design. Shields, originally created for protection in warfare, became the canvas upon which the artistic and symbolic vocabulary of heraldry was crafted. They formed the foundation for crest design with their shape, color, and placement of elements adhering to heraldic rules. Not stick, strict heraldic rules. From animals and mythical crests to crowns and helmets, each symbol bore an integral meaning, collectively shaping the narrative of the crest. Right, heraldic. Messiah. Animals and heraldic beasts. Animals and mythical beasts were common charges in medieval crests, each symbolizing different qualities or values. The lion, often referred to as the king of beasts, symbolized bravery, nobility, and royalty. Eagles were associated with strength, courage, and immortality, reflecting the influence of Roman iconography. Iconography, right? Iconography. Mythical creatures also found their place in heraldry. The dragon, a symbol of power, protection, and wisdom, was a popular choice among noble families. In griffin, with a body of a lion and head and wings of an eagle, represented a combination of intelligence and strength. The unicorn, on the other hand, embodied purity and grace. Really, let me go back and find out what is a heraldry. Right, I know this word, but I could be wrong. Herald. Heraldry is the study, design, and display of uh, armorial bearings, which are symbols used to distinguish individuals, institutions, armies, corporations. Heraldry also includes the study of ceremonies, rank, pedigree, the history of families associated with codes of arms and genealogies. The term heraldry originated in 1572. The word herald may come from the Anglo-Saxon words here, army, and ward, strength, sway. Okay, so let me see herald. The Korea Herald, right? The Korea Herald. Dictionary.com, man. Where's my dictionary, man? Herald. Definition. An official at a tournament of arms with duties including the making of announcements and the marshalling of combatants. An officer with the status of ambassador acting as official messenger between leaders, especially in war. Herald. Officer of arms. An officer of arms ranking above a pursuivant and below a king of arms. Herald. An official crier or messenger, one that precedes or foreshadows, one that conveys news and proclaims. Uh-huh. So herald, right? Herald is a middleman between the kings of arms. Middleman. So heraldry, messenger, right? Messenger. So heraldry. So heraldry is the coat of arms. Crowns and helmets representing nobility. Crowns and helmets in medieval crests were more than decorative decorative embellishments. They were potent symbols of rank and nobility. The style, metal, and color of the helmet often indicated the rank of the wearer. For instance, gold helmets shown in profile were reserved for kings and sovereigns, while silver shown affronte facing the viewer was for knights. Shown affronte, right? Affronte facing the viewer was for knights. Crowns, on the other hand, served as unequivocal symbols of authority and power. The, the inclusion of a crown or coronet in a crest indicated a high rank within the social structure. Each type of crown was strictly associated with specific noble ranks, from the ornate imperial crowns of emperors and kings to the most modest coronets of lower nobility. This careful distinction served as a visual guide to the hierarchy within the nobility, underlying the importance of status in the feudal system. Decorative embellishments, especially at the Christmas time, heraldic colors and patterns. Heraldic colors and patterns are intrinsic to the design of medieval crests, contributing to their symbolic richness. Each hue, known as tincture in heraldic terminology, carries a specific connotation, while patterns and motifs add depth to the narrative the crest intends to convey. Narrative, 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 narrative. Color symbolism in medieval crests. In heraldry, the choice of colors is far from arbitrary. Each of the primary heraldic colors or tinctures holds a particular significance. Gold or what is or, right? Symbolizes generosity and elevation of the mind, while silver or white argent represents peace and sincerity. Red, gules, stands for military fortitude and magnanimity. Wow, magnanimous, right? Magnanimous. It's a very rare encounter with such a word. Fortitude, military fortitude, and magnanimity. Magnanimity, 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 magnanimity. Let's find out the exact pronunciation. Magnanimity, right? Magnanimity.
Magnanimity.
Magnanimity. Magnanimity.
Magnanimity.
Magnanimity.
Magnanimity. Magnanimity.
Magnanimity.
Magnanimity.
Magnanimity.
Magnanimity.
Magnanimity. Magnanimity, man. Magnanimity. Yeah, magnanimity. Black sable is associated with constancy or grief. The purple with royal majesty, sovereignty, and justice. The use of these colors in the design of crest further enhanced its symbolic complexity and individuality, right? Constancy, constancy. Patterns and motifs, constancy, yeah, rare occasion, meganin, mega, magnanimity, 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 constancy. Patterns and motifs in heraldry. Patterns and motifs in medieval crests, known as ordinaries and charges, were equally important in creating a unique and meaningful design. Ordinaries were simple geometric patterns that occupied a significant part of the shield. These included the fess, a horizontal stripe, and the pale, a vertical stripe, and the band, a diagonal stripe, and the chevron, an inserted V, among others, right? Chevron, the oil company Chevron, patterns and motifs, ordinaries. Charges, on the other hand, could be any object or figure, from animals and plants to celestial bodies and geometric shapes. They were often used to symbolize a family's origins, occupations, or a memorable deed of an ancestor. The creative interplay of colors, patterns, and motifs within the heraldic rules resulted in an astonishing variety of medieval crest designs, each telling its unique story. Interpreting Medieval Crests, a guide to heraldic symbolism. Interpreting medieval crests is akin to reading a story, one that unfolds layer by layer as we unravel the web of heraldic symbolism. This section will guide you on an enlightening journey, illuminating how to decode these intricate emblems of the past. Understanding heraldic beasts and their symbolism. Animals and mythical beasts in heraldry were rich with symbolism. For instance, lions often denote bravery, courage, and royalty, while eagles were emblematic of strength, power, and authority. Understanding these creatures' symbolism can provide a glimpse into the virtues the crest's original bearers held dear. Decoding heraldic colors and patterns. Color or tincture in a crest is far from decorative. It carries a unique meaning. For instance, gold symbolizes generosity, white blue azure stands for loyalty and truth. Similarly, patterns and ordinaries like the fez or the band have their unique connotations. Recognizing the significance of colors and patterns can help you grasp the narrative that the crest seeks to convey. Interpreting heraldic motifs. Motifs in a crest or charges could range from celestial bodies to geometric shapes, each carrying a particular significance. Often they are indicative of the family's origins, professions, or memorable achievements. Learning to identify and interpret these motives provides a deeper understanding of the family or institution the crest represents, recognizing placement of elements and its importance. Placement of elements in a crest is critical. The location of a symbol, whether the upper or lower part of the shield or its direction, can influence its meaning. This aspect of heraldry, known as attitude, is crucial in interpreting the full message of the crest. Putting it all together, after understanding the significance of individual components, you are ready to interpret the crest as a whole. Remember, the crest tells a story, and every element, color, and symbol contributes to that narrative. By considering each aspect and its interaction with others, you can gain a comprehensive understanding of the crest's message. Through this step by step guide, we hope to make the complex field of heraldry accessible, helping you delve into the fascinating world of medieval crests with a newfound knowledge and appreciation. Newly found. I would say newly found, but newfound knowledge and appreciation. Of course, you are better than me because you are a native speaker and you are authority on the crest. But uh, most of the times I encounter the word newly found, not newfound. Crests of noble families. Over centuries, crests became crucial identity markers for noble families. They served to underscore lineage, alliances, and distinguished deeds, all meticulously depicted through intricate heraldic symbolism. Famous medieval crests. There are several famous medieval crests that stand the test of the time. That stand the test of the time. There's another cliche. That stand the test of time. That stand the test of time. A house of Plantagenet, which ruled England for over 300 years, carried a crest featuring these golden lions on a red field. The enduring image of the three lions continues to be associated with England, appearing on the England national football team's crest. In contrast, the House of Tudor uh, displayed a crest that perfectly captured the dynasty's history. The green and white Tudor rose incorporated both the white rose of the House of York and the red of the House of Lancaster, reflecting the union that ended the War of the Roses. Crests of knightly orders and guilds. Crests were not only used by noble families but also knightly orders and guilds. The Order of the Garter, one of the oldest and most prestigious knightly orders, uses a crest featuring a garter encircling a shield. Guilds, associations of craftsmen and merchants, often had crests that symbolized their specific trades, helping to identify and differentiate them, right? The legacy of medieval crests. Even centuries after the Middle Ages, the influence of medieval crests is pervasive, visible in the modern heraldic traditions and connections to the present day coat of arms. Influence on modern heraldic traditions. The traditions and the rules developed during the creation of medieval crests form the bedrock of modern heraldry. Contemporary coats of arms, whether belonging to individuals, families, or institutions, still abide by these rules. The use of symbolic colors, specific patterns, and meaningful charges remain integral to crest design, honoring the rich heritage of this symbolic language. Connotations to modern coat of arms. Medieval crests are the forebearers of the modern coat of arms used by countries, cities, and institutions worldwide. They form the designs of national flags, military badges, and university crests, coat of arms. Even corporate logos borrow from heraldic principles to convey their brand values, underscoring the enduring relevance of these age old symbols. So, crests and coats of arms, they are almost same, right? Slightly different, but almost same. Conclusion. Medieval crests are captivating symbols that echo the grandeur of bygone era. They are profound visual narratives that shed light on the societal structures, values, and ambitions of the Middle Ages. Despite the passing of centuries, their influence remains etched in our collective memory, seen in the myriad ways we continue to use and interpret these symbols. As we delve into the symbolism, origins, and evolution of these crests, we unveil not just the nobility's emblems, but a rich, enduring strand of human society history. Well, from these articles, I learned or just brushed upon the words such as heraldry, uh, crests, coat of arms, charges, helmet, chevron, V shape, inserted V, band, uh, tincture, uh, a magnanimity, decorative embellishments, values, hierarchical structure, coronet, coronet, uh-huh, and what else? What else? Guild, constancy, constancy. Well, that's it. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful Monday, right? You go girls, you go boys.